All right, Prince. Good morning. I have been talking with the boys recently about their projects that are due in December, and as of yesterday, several of them have said they hadn't even started, and they weren't really sure what they would even do. So I looked at my options, and really, what I wanted to do is give them something that they could feel successful at. So a couple of my students are already doing this project, but I went ahead and adapted it for the rest of my class, and they are going to be able to do now either the Rube Goldberg project or a volcano project. And after describing the project to them, most of them have decided to do the volcano project. And it's a little more work intensive, but after hearing what I need to do, the majority of them said, yeah, I want to do that. So I'm going to describe to you real quick what the project is. So everyone will be sent home with one of these today. This is a volcano project, and it's due the same day as the Rube Goldberg. Like I said, it's a little more work intensive in that they have to do three different things. One, they're going to have to actually build a volcano and make it erupt. The second is they're going to research three volcanoes for me and write a report about those volcanoes. And then finally, they're going to have to read a book about a volcano and write a 2-page book report. I told them this book can be a book from the library. It can be an internet article. It can be a child's book. It really doesn't matter to me. What I want them doing is just reading and writing about it. So they really seemed excited about this project, a little more than what they seemed about the Rube Goldberg, which is great. I want to see them succeed. So if your child is wanting to do the volcano project, please, when they get home today, go over this with them. Let them know exactly what I expect, even though I have already. So I'll go through each part and I'll show you guys what I want. So the first part is they actually have to actually build a model of a volcano. And I'm going to show you one that I built with my second grade son a couple years ago. It was super fun, but it took several days and they really can't rush it. So they're going to have to plan this through. So here is what my son and I created. This really is nothing more than an orange juice bottle in the center. I then took masking tape and ran masking tape from the lip down to the base to make a cone shape. And then I took paper mache and I put it in strips and we draped it over it. This is about 5 layers of paper mache. And we put big dents in it to make it look old and ragged. And like I said, we could only do about one layer a night. And then we came back and we painted it the next couple of days. And then we also added some wildlife, some plants and animals and stuff around there to make it look a little more realistic. So this is the smallest that I would accept. A half-liter bottle, a big orange juice bottle, something like that. Anything smaller and there's not enough detail. I wouldn't get too big. Like a gallon bottle, maybe too big because you have to get enough of the lava in there, which is vinegar and water and food coloring, to actually come out because the eruption is part of the grade as well. There is an instruction on how to make paper mache and instruction on how to make the eruption. YouTube videos are going to be a lifesaver here if you've never done this before. So please look up a YouTube video on how to do it. Let's see. I have that in there. Also, for the book reports, I have rubrics. And I told them, if you're not sure what a rubric is, it's really nothing more than a very clear explanation on how I'm going to grade the assignments. You can look on there. It's grading scores of 1, 2, and 3. 1 being the lowest effort, 3 being the maximum effort. So when your child is working on their project, you can check the rubric with them and say, okay, now is this a 3 or a 1 or a 2? And then they can decide what's acceptable for them. What you need to pay attention to is the fact that there are several areas in which I'm going to be grading. This one is just for the essay. There's a rubric for the essay, a rubric for the research paper, and a rubric for the book report. The volcano rubric is just right here. It's, did they build the volcano? Did it erupt? What about their essay? and their presentation. That's it when I'm grading for that. The rest of them, there is an actual rubric that they can you can work with them on. The rubrics do say legible writing, but I would prefer and definitely accept typing. If your child is nervous about his handwriting, please let them type it because I will completely accept typing. It's easier to read. So if they type it, then they should definitely get a 3 on the legible handwriting. So that is really what the Volcano project is. They are already researching volcanoes for me, so they should know the 3 volcanoes they plan to research. The big part of this is getting this done. This takes the longest amount of time. Like I said, this is about a week's worth of work. My son will come home from school and we do a layer and then leave it alone for the night because it takes about 8 hours for that paper to dry. But like I said, it's been 3 years and it's rock hard now. It ain't going anywhere. But probably watch some videos as well about how to make one of these successfully, and then talk to your child about what they want to do because this is a really big assignment. This will make their science grade for the second quarter. Either they will pass science or they will fail science if they do or do not do this assignment. So I wanted to give them an option to succeed, and I think this is it. And I really do think that they will do well. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me on Class Dojo or send me an email or call up at the school. My extension is 208, and I can try to walk you through any problems you may have. I do love this science fair component because it forces them to plan ahead and really see things through. I think it's good for our students to actually have to work through a project like this, and they have to give a oral presentation, which is really what they need to do as well. So again, thank you. Be expecting the assignment packet to come home today, and thanks.